Hi, I'm Peter. This is the Peter on Health channel. This video is called Strength Training for Sevens, Fasting for Eights. What the heck's that about? Um, so it's another love and wisdom video. Surprise, surprise. So it's about practices, daily practices, not just once in a while, but daily practices that can make us more loving and wise. And so normally, if someone's going to do a video on that, they'd say, "Oh, pray every day, go to church, maybe meditate, things like that, right? Like those are the normal, things to make us more loving and wise." But I'm going to talk about two prosaic activities that surprisingly, when you look through the prism of the Enneagram, are actually psychologically growth practices. One is strength training. This is a picture of the tonal strength training machine in our house. I liked taking this picture next to the 1800s hutch. And this is my channel, and I think this video number 50, I talked about my experience with intermittent fasting. I've been fasting for I don't know since the lockdown started. It was April 2020, so this is now what? Oh, 3 years. 3 years coming this April, and so I do daily intermittent fasting, meaning I eat in a 4-hour window and I don't eat for 20 hours. And I also now added, in the last 6 months, I don't eat at all on Sundays, so fast for a whole day. And I don't know, it's going to be once a quarter. I might fast for 5 days, but fasting. Okay, here's the interesting thing. I have a client, so I'm a consultant and I do tech work, blah, blah, blah. And I have some clients, and one is a founder of a seed level startup. And we go for hikes in San Francisco and we have wide ranging talks, not just business, but these kind of talks. He is a bodybuilder who does strength training. His personality type, I can tell under the Enneagram, if it's a true theory, is 7. Under the theory, 7s desire pleasure and they fear pain. Strength, 8s desire strength and they fear weakness or vulnerability. Okay? And so we're both optimists, so the 7 tends to see themselves as very easily accessing pleasure. They know how to have fun. And the 8s tend to see themselves as strong. They can bully their way into whatever they need. And the growth for both is to embrace the fear side of it. So for the 7, to embrace pain, and for an 8 is to embrace weakness or vulnerability. Okay, so here's the thing. I strength train, for testosterone. I think everybody should. It's good for the bones and all that. All types of the Enneagram should strength train, especially older people. But for the 7s, it's holy. Because strength training is pain, psychological pain. Oh, can I lift this? Come on, struggle, struggle, struggle. And embracing that for a 7 is holy. And what my client describes when he does a strength training work in the morning, it clears his fuzzy mind. And so now he has a clear mind and he can attack his work with a clear head, not all these voices and thoughts, in his head. And so it's therapy. Strength training is not merely shaped his body into this beautiful body, but it's therapy. And for me, fasting slows me down, doesn't put me first. When I was a kid, I would be like grabbing all the food and grabbing off your plate and whatever. And my wife still tells a story of me grabbing food from her. I'm like now the person who, like on a Sunday, everybody else is eating and I could be sitting with them and I ain't eating a damn thing, Or like if I'm waiting to eat till 10 a.m. like on a Monday, everybody else is already eating and doing stuff and I'm just waiting till 10 a.m. And that thing of me, wait and denial and resistance, for me, a taker, like a grabber, a stealer, is healing, is like makes me a better person. So the fasting isn't merely autophagy and all these healthy things that I talk about in this video. Psychologically, what fasting is for me, an 8, strength training is for my 7 friend.